for those of you who feel that you have a book in your heart and it's like that seed that you have, I just want to encourage you, all you have to do is go and plant the seed. Plant the seed. And you can do that by writing. I'm hosting an instant book challenge on August 24th. We'd love to have you join us. And in community, we are creating something really beautiful. And everyone in our program then has a strategy and an action plan and a community around them so that they can see that seed blossom and sprout and grow. And then we get to celebrate them throughout the entire process. So today, I wanted to bring on 3 of our incredible, brilliant authors, and I just wanted them to share what their process has been, how planting that seed for them, what that has done for them. So first of all, I'm going to bring on Jodi. Jodi is just incredible. Jodi Hedergott-Subir. She's writing this book. It's an amazing book about her story. Hello. There you are. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy you're here, and just the way we met and you just going full steam ahead to get your book written. It's really inspired me, and I know so many other people have been inspired by your process. So I'd love for you to just share, really how we met and how this process has served you and actually saying yes and planting that seed and what has come out of that in the past 4 months, very short time.
Okay. So I know Christine because our children go to school together, and she had been talking about her book, and I sat down next to her one day and I said, so how much does it cost to have somebody write a book for you? Because I'm a storyteller, but I'm not a writer. And she was like $25,000. And I was like, I'm going to be having to write my own book. So, I kind of hemmed and hawed, and I was like, oh, how am I going to do this? And she just kept inviting me to things, and I decided to show up. And she was like, okay, everybody get up and tell us the name of your book. And I'm like, the name of my book? And I just got up and I did it. And I was like, oh yeah, that's the name of my book. It just it came to me because it was in me. I just had to have somebody push me and go, hey, you got that book. There you go. So I'm a stay-at-home mom with 2 kids. I'm very busy. I help in the community. I am in everyone's, I'm at everyone's beck and call. So I don't have a lot of time for myself. And the thought of sitting down and going, I'm going to write a book about my life and all these experiences, and it's going to be emotional, and I'm going to need time to focus, and how is that going to happen? And Christine gave me the answer. She's like, I have here's a program. I will show you how to do it. It is so easy. Step 1, say yes. Step 2, do this. Step 3. And it was perfect. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to write a book. My husband's behind me. My children were behind me. And then COVID hit. And the week that I was supposed to write my book, because I was clearing my schedule and I was going to have time, just me and the computer and nature, COVID hit. And I did not only have my kindergartner that I had to homeschool. I had a 5th grader I had to homeschool. I had my husband, who is a software engineer, which I didn't realize how much he talks all day long, that I had to deal with. So I had 3 people who needed my constant attention, and we were stuck in this house with chaos. And I just was like, okay, well, how am I going to carve out this time? And Christine's like, what are you doing to make that time for you? And she has a process that she will walk you through. And if you actually do the process, it's that easy. You actually just have to listen to her and do the process. I wrote an entire book. I wrote an entire book with all of this happening during COVID, stuck in my house. And it's, my kids have been helpful. My son, he's stepped up a lot. My husband is just like, what do you need? We'll get it done. But in the end, I had to make the choice to show up and write when I said I was going to write. And the process just does itself. I am now on my next step, which of editing. And I'm really looking forward to all of how that goes. And it's working out pretty well. So, you know, February, my birthday is in February 20th, and I was not an author. And today is August 14th, and I am an author. It's that
Wow.
quick.
And homeschooling your kids and hubby at home, and like having to like create your special space in your house and create those boundaries, but then like tapping into this strategy so that you can actually get really clear and just write it. And I remember when you came to me and you're like, I'm not a writer. Like, I'm a terrible writer. And it's like, you know what? I don't attract writers in my program. I attract visionaries. I attract people who have powerful stories and a big vision. They want to help transform lives. Not all of them are entrepreneurs. Like, you're starting as an author, but you're moving into the coaching world, and you know, you're just starting with like getting the book written, and that's what I did. So it's a process, and I mean, I'm so inspired by you. You're like, okay, I'm writing this book. I remember that first call we hopped on, and you were like, okay, I wrote like, I mean, it was like unheard of, thousands of words, and I was like, what? Like, your first week writing? Like, that is insane.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm blown away. Like, I'm inspired by you. I didn't write my book that fast. Like, but people do come to me, and because I've created such a strategy that they can just like tap into. And with the breakthrough that we do too, it's like, it totally like dissolves any barrier that's in your way. Did you want to maybe share like what that barrier was for you, if you remember, like what really like was able to be dissolved so you could just like, boom, go in and start writing?
You know, well, I had to value myself. And, you know, I didn't value what I have to offer, if I'm good enough, do I have what it takes to do this? And I realized I do. And I have so much to offer other people, and I give it to them all the time. It's now I want to, instead of giving them and then I want them to value it. So I'm putting my book together as something that people can read to be inspired by. And then I am an intuitive life coach, and I'm going to be starting my practice so I can help people rise. I don't want to give a handout. I want to give a hand up. And so all of this is just, you know, when you start to just say, yes, I'm willing to have this come in, all the right people will fall into place. You just fell right into my lap, and I was, you know, okay, well, what are we doing now?
I'm saying yes. We're just going to go with this. I love how you just came into our community and said yes, and just said, let's do this.
And I really like seeing, you know, we're all at different levels, and it's kind of nice that we're not all just starting out. And, you know, as you'll see the guests that are coming on today, some people have published their books. Some people, you know, are just, you know, have gone on different ventures so far, but we're all like helping each other climb that mountain. So it's nice to be part of this community.
Oh, well, we love you, Jodi. We're so happy that you're a part of this community. I can't wait to see your book, See Jo Go. It's going to be an amazing memoir, amazing journey of, I mean, dying, coming back to life, a journey of grief and loss and overcoming, and just a beautiful story. You've got an amazing family, and I just get teary-eyed because just having you in our community and the way that we met. So I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you for sharing, Jodi.
Thank you.
And yeah, just you're in editing. So I know we're going to be nearing launch, and I'm going to be holding your hand every step of the way, as you know. So
I know, I can't wait.
Hey. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.